What's good? What's good? What's good? It's your main man, Mr. Kelly L. Man, welcome to the very first podcast episode, whatever you would like to call it, of FTB TV, where we interview and get insights from regular people like you and I that day trade. People who are starting from the bottom, making their way to the top. Some who are already there, you know, some who are not there. But either way it goes, you're going to get a good insight on their journey, what they're going through, and hopefully you get something that helps you out in the long run. So today, I'm bringing on my very first guest. And man, it's wild how I came across his content, right? He was speaking some good stuff, some real good stuff. But I want to go ahead and bring my main man, Ayce.
What's good, everybody, man? It's a pleasure to be here, man. First interview. I love it. I appreciate the space that you're creating. So thank you for having me.
Hey, I thank you for standing up to the call, man. When I seen your stuff, I said, man, I got to get a hold of this dude, man, and pick his brain a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Of
So,
course, of course.
yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and kick this thing off, right? What is the first thing that drew you to the trade markets?
Man, just I mean, honestly, money, man. When you think about it, we all want to be able to change our lives for the better. And just to be able to see other people making money in the market, it was kind of like, all right, like I want to give it a shot. And I first heard about stocks back when Clubhouse was in during COVID. That's how I got into learning about stocks. And I had a friend that jumped into day trading. I'm like, what's this? And then I looked into it and I'm like, all right, so maybe this is something else I can, my pocket of things to do and learn about.
Okay. So you initially started with stocks though.
Correct.
Okay then. Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. That is definitely a good way to start out. It's a lot slower. This is my opinion. I'm not down it or nothing like that. It's slow, which is good, because anything that comes fast won't last. But anything that is slow is for sure. You know.
You're right, man. And I was just at one point I was just buying stocks. I had no idea what I was doing. I just knew it was trending, and I just grabbed a couple of them. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and have like $2,000 in my account. And they still, some of them are still growing right now, but they're growing. So it's a long term game. And
Mm.
so that's where I got into it. I'm like, learned about it, just buying and pretty much setting and forgetting. And it's a completely different ball game from day trading, but it's still money in long term stocks. So, but I needed something to move a little quicker.
Facts. It is, man. Stocks is
Yeah.
definitely a good game to get into. It really is, man. So, do you remember your first trade and what happened and how did it make you feel?
So my first trade on demo, I mean, I felt like it hit. It actually hit TP. My first trade on demo, and it was beautiful. And I'm like, oh, I can do this every day. Like, this is golden. I know I can do it. I'm not gonna take any L's on it. I know what my setup
Mm.
was. And then when I went live, man, everything just came down on me. And I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Honestly, I had no idea what I'm doing. But it ended up hitting. I ended up hitting TP on it, but I knew that I wasn't ready. So took some time to get back and learn what I was to go back to demo mode, and it just all everything just all came back to reality to be like, you need to slow down a little bit. And it
Mm.
was like that greed kicked in, and I'm like, oh, I'm a pro at this. And then like when I took my first L, it was more than what I expected, and I was like, yeah, I got to pump the brakes. So
Mm.
demo and live, they're two different lives for me. Like it was two different things that were happening.
It is. It is. You know what I think it is? It's when that money aspect gets thrown into the game and you know you're losing real money.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, oh, hold on. Hold
And
up.
that's exactly well, what it was my demo account was at 100 grand. And like I said, I was new. I didn't know no better. So I'm making trades, and I'm like, yeah, I'm making $2,000 right now, like all in a matter of minutes. And then once I went live, I started with a small cash account. I'm like, why can't I trade? Why can't I trade more than $10 right now? And I'm like, okay, so it was a learning session for me. And I'm like, I'm losing my real money right now. It's not fun anymore. It's not okay just to lose $400 on a demo account. Be like, yeah, I'll make it back. It's all right. And then when you go
Right.
into live, even losing $1 on your live account, a dollar is a dollar.
It is.
So
It
yeah,
is.
it was a
So,
reality check.
who or what would you say influenced your trading philosophy early on?
Um, oh man, it was I don't think it was a specific person, but
Okay.
it was other traders who focus on a certain strategy, and
Okay.
that's the orb strategy. So that's when I was kind of figuring out, like,
Mm.
I had a mentor, and the way that worked out, it didn't work out for me. And I'm like, all right, I think I'm gonna go self taught route. I'm like, I have to go self taught because this isn't working out how I thought it was gonna work out.
Mhm.
And just going through um looking through videos, YouTube videos, and finding out what certain things were. So like when you go into day trading, they tell you like, all right, you can day trade, but there's certain levels to day trading. You got scalping, you got swings,
Yeah.
so you have to know what you're getting into. And I'm like, for me, I didn't want to do swing trading. It takes too long for me. And I'm like, all right, so how can I get in? How are people making money in all of 10 minutes, 2 minutes? So I'm like, all right, and that's when I got into scalping. And you go into YouTube and you just Google, you just YouTube scalping, strategies, and you learn from other people who do scalping methods. So it wasn't a particular person, it was just finding out different areas of how scalping works and kind of tailoring it to what works for me.
A YouTube University is real.
Oh,
It
100%.
is. YouTube University is real, and you can learn just about anything on there, man.
Anything.
Anything.
And like even you, like, just YouTube, man, and Chat GBT, like that became my best friend at one point with learning how to day trade.
Mm.
And it was, it's like certain prompts will help me. And I have an entire journal on Chat GBT that keeps a flow of what I'm doing, and I can put in screenshots of my trades, and it'll break it down for me about what I'm actually doing. And so I'm going back and I'm doing a lot of analyzing and learning about myself. And like I said, YouTube University, that's like a library in itself.
What? Hey, it is. It is a library in itself.
Yeah,
It's wild,
yeah.
man. So, how would you describe your trading style? Are you more technical, fundamental, or mixed?
A little bit of both. And a lot of it's too is mental for me too. I had to learn that, like, the mental part of it was actually like the foundation of being able to trade. Like if I'm having a bad day,
Mm-hmm.
I know I've been taking it out on certain trades, and I'm like, step back, put your phone down, walk away from it. But going back to like being technical and fundamental is like that all plays all in itself. So knowing the technical stuff about like market structure, price action,
Mm.
fair value gaps, and all of that stuff, it plays a factor. And being able to just look at it and see it and know what's happening, that takes a while. You
Mm.
can read the market going up and down, but it's a certain candle that you need to pay attention to. You need to
Right.
know what's happening in the news. So the fundamental side of it, you need to be able to go back and want to read about what's happening on, checking out the news in the morning. I never thought I'd be reading, Yahoo Financial, or being on Baby
Right.
Tips, and reading all this stuff, or watching news at 5 o'clock in the morning and going and looking at the stocks at the bottom and being like, okay, so if this is happening right now, I know, in the forex pair, it's probably going to be a bad day, and it's probably going to be a day where I can sell, or I can buy, because the way the market is happening right now. I didn't know that stuff before. You couldn't even get me to watch or read a financial report unless I'm
Right.
reading my bank statement like that. Other than that, I don't care what,
Yeah.
like, I was like, I don't care what's happening. But now it's like, all right, I see the US dollar strong right now. I know what is going up against these other ones. So
Right. Right.
all of that plays a factor. And it's like, if you don't have that in your setup, and if I don't pay attention to that, and I take my setup and I have four, if I have 4 steps and I only take 3 of them, and one step was not reading what's happening in the news, and
Right.
I take an L on it, I know why.
So I heard you say a lot about forex, stocks, but what are your main, sectors or main focus that you trade? Do you trade futures, or are you like a guy who trades them all?
So during demo, I was trading everything, And once I started going live, I didn't put in enough capital to trade those, to trade futures, to trade stocks. So now I'm back to just doing forex, because you can do forex with a small account.
Right.
So that's something like with people going in as new traders, even with me when I'm connected with new traders, they're like, I'm going to trade futures and I want to do a cash account. And I'm like, you need to make sure you have enough in that account. Your margin has to be high enough to be able to make these trades. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, the good thing to do is start off with forex, because you're not taking huge L's on certain trades. You can learn that way, and you won't take a huge loss on trying to go and run with the big dogs. So right now, I'm just trading forex to get a flow of like what I'm doing.
Right.
I want to get into futures. I was trading gold before, and I was trading like NQ and all, all these futures, and I was feeling good about myself. The consistency and the flow and the market structure worked for me. Forex is a beast.
it
For,
is it is a
Forex is a
monster in
beast.
itself.
It
It
is, but
is.
it's exposing me, and that's what I love about it. It's exposing me as a person, as an individual, as a professional. So I'm taking the punches and rolling with it.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I like to hear that, honestly.
Yeah, man. You have and like, if you want to grow as a day trader, as a trader, you have to be willing to accept who you are,
Oh man.
and grow from it. Like, I always feel like you either stay with it and be like, oh, I know I'm bad at this and I'm just gonna deal with it, or you
Right.
go, I know I'm bad at this, let me fix it, because if I fix it, I know where I can make a change in my life. And people are in day trading to make
Mm.
money. Nobody gets into day trading and be like, I want to become a better person. No, you become a better person as you day trade. But the goal is to
Oh
make
my
money.
goodness. Oh my
So
goodness.
so that's it, man. Like,
That's some of the most profound stuff that I've heard come from somebody else other than me. Cause it's like a journey of knowledge of self.
yeah.
And like you said, I keep hearing you saying like, and it exposed me. And it will. It's gonna expose you to you more than anybody.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Man. And you
I
gonna see stuff and you gonna be like, man, why am I doing this?
100%. And like, so yesterday I took a trade and I knew I shouldn't have. I'm like, I'm not gonna take the trade, but I knew where it was going. I was done trading for the day, and
Yeah.
I was like, no, I see it. I'm like, I see it, and I'm like, it's smooth as butter, and I'm like, I'm gonna take it. And like you said, like you comment on something. You was like, it's easy just pushing a button.
It
And I'm
is.
like, and it was, and I'm like, put your phone down, Ace, put your phone down. And I'm like, nah, I put my phone up, and it was going down. And I'm like, I'm taking it. And I took the trade.
Oh
And
man.
I hit, and it hit TP, but I still felt guilty behind it because I knew
Yeah.
better. And I'm
Yeah.
like, it didn't feel like I was making good money. It felt like I cheated my strategy and who I was as a person. Like, how am I gonna get better as a person? And I talked about the things I need to get better at, but yet I'm doing things that I know I shouldn't be doing, even though I made that money. And if I would have lost that money, oh, it would have been a bad day all around.
Right.
So
So
that's where it goes down to being able to accept the things that you know you need to work on.
it's wild because FOMO, right? You got FOMO, fear of missing out.
100%.
Sometimes it work out, sometimes it don't. But you're better off showing that discipline to not, fall into that FOMO. So I get exactly what you're saying. Hey, FOMO is real, man.
Oh,
It
it's
is.
bad.
Yeah, but it's like if it work out, everybody feel good about it. Oh
Right.
man, he did it. But if it wouldn't have came out, or if you wouldn't have came out on top, oh
Yeah.
man, you crazy. Why you do that? You ain't follow your rules and all that. But
Right.
just to be able to recognize, when you're falling into that FOMO, man, that's a huge step for growth.
It isn't like, I'm big on meditation, and I'm big on, like, just finding who I keeping grounded.
Mm-hmm.
And but as I'm doing day trading, I meditate for things around me. I don't necessarily, and now that I'm day trading, I'm meditating for me, inside of me, to be
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I can see this, and I know, like you said, fear missing out. And it's almost like, if like I'll take a trade and it goes further than like it'll drop, or it'll go, it's going up, and it's like, enter the trade again. And it's like, no, you made enough, take it, don't be greedy. And that's the thing where I had to step back and realize about who I am. It's like, nope, keep going, keep going, keep going, or I
Mm.
should have, and I'll get back into it. And I took a couple trades where I'll enter again and it'll change on me right as
Mm.
I enter the trade, and I'm like, So take what you have and leave with what you have, because now you're losing. So you pretty much just broke even. And I'd rather leave with money in my pocket than either no money at all or money back into this bank that I'm not touching again.
Facts. Facts.
So yeah, man, it's definitely an eye opener. Like like I said, I've had days where I broke down and I'm like I can't do this no more. I don't want to day trade. I'd rather just keep my 9 to 5 because I know I'm going to work and I'm gonna get my check and I'm gonna do my job and go home. Like the
Yeah.
system's already been built. Like I can already do that. And now this relies on me to be a better person all around.
Come on now.
So yeah,
Come
man.
on now. It's wild, man. Hey, the smartest thing these people, the system I'm speaking of, the smartest thing these people that are like over the system did was to make this stuff accessible to people who don't even really understand a lot of the concepts,
100%.
that it is gonna take to really master this thing.
Yo,
Oh my
master it.
god.
And mastering comes down from, I think, like it's almost like when you have math and you look at, the numbers, you know what a plus sign looks like, you know what a
Mm-hmm.
subtraction sign you know the system. However, it comes down to what's the structure, and it
Right.
comes down to certain things about knowing who you are. Like me with math, I can do math in my head like a calculator. However, where I mess up is I'll rush, and now I'm like, slow down. If you slow
Mm.
down, you'll be profitable. If you slow down, you'll see better. You'll see things wider than rather than in telescope mode.
Right.
So this, and if it's like if you master the skill set, you also have to master the mental skill set behind it and find out who you are as an individual. Mental, like I said, you hear me talk about mental a lot because
Mm-hmm.
to me that's where I see a lot of people that I've connected with. They're like, all right, how can you help me trade? And they want me to help them trade. And I'm like, you need to tell me about your day, or tell me about why are you doing this? What's your why? Because I need to know what your why is of why you're getting into this trade, rather than you just seeing like, oh, I know the market structure, I'm gonna take it and make money right now. Why are you doing that? Because at the end of the day, that trade's gonna flip on you. And
Come
are
on
you gonna
now.
be able to bounce back, and like, are you gonna quit? I don't. And that, so it's a lot, man. Like I say, it's a lot of mental stuff, but it's a beautiful journey.
No question. It definitely
So,
is. My next question is, how do you recover from a losing streak or like a trading slump?
whew, man. Last week I was throwing my phone, trying to throw my phone out the window because like I was trying to throw my phone out the window. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I shut down, man. I was good, but what I did was like I said, Chat GBT has been a friend of mine. Chat set 10, and it was like, give me 10 goals that I need to work on for this month, and it broke down what I needed to work on. So at the bottom of it, my last one is my affirmations, and it was stay calm, stay in control, and keep clarity. So when
Mm.
I think Monday, I had no, it was like Monday or Tuesday. It was a bad day for me. I mean, I maybe say I took 6 trades. I think I only won one, and it was back to back. Just they were just knocking me out, and I'm like, I'm good. Like I was calm, and I'm like the clarity I had behind it to be like, I know what I did, and it wasn't necessarily the market. It was me as a trader of what I did. And then to stay in control was, don't get back in the trade, walk away from it, put your phone down. Tomorrow's a new day. And I would set trades on the platform, but I didn't take them. I just wanted to see where they would go. And that was enough for me to be like, I'm in control. And it's not technically a bad day. It just, the odds were against me for the most part. So it's just one of those things, man, where it's like, I'm mad right now, but I'm gonna have a bad moment, but I won't have a bad day.
What's been the biggest aha moment in trading?
Ooh. Um,
That moment where something just clicked and you was like, you know what? I got
man,
this.
it, oh man, I don't know. I can say like a lot, like just day trade. Like as I'm growing, it's learning a certain strategy, it's learning what terminology is, and reading about what's happening in the world, and just being a better, I guess, and being more knowledgeable about what's going on around me. Like the stock market to me seems like it's almost like a big bank that controls the world, because that's
Right.
and and it's like I want a piece of that. So how can I get better to be a part of that? And I would say it's like the strategy I use. I'm a scalper, so I like to scalp. And I found the 9 EMA, and that's what works for me. I
Mm.
can't say if that's what works for everybody else, but that 9 EMA, man, is smooth like butter. And
All right.
when I use it, I'm like, oh, this is what's going on. And it allows me to get in, and if I see my trade going the opposite way, I can scale it to where I'm not losing all my money. It's not taking my stop loss out as soon as I get in. It allows me to see what's happening with my trades. And then knowing your sessions, and knowing your market.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it recommended to trade at 9:30 in the morning. I was having less success with 9:30 in the morning, the opening range
Right.
breakout. So I'm like, what's going on? And New York opens up before 9:30.
Right. It did.
Yeah, and I didn't know that. So having my session set on my platform helped me out too. So having those two things has been a little pivotal for me.
All right. All right. Now I know this interview is definitely about you, right? But one of my aha moments was when I started to dig in the volume.
Okay.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that was big right there for me. That was my what this
Yeah.
whole time. Like one thing I realized, right? Everybody uses TradingView, even the
Yeah.
professionals. But as soon as you download TradingView, what is the first indicator on there?
Volume. That
Man, I overlooked that thing for so
yeah.
long, man. But
Me
then,
too.
well, yeah, but then I started going through this journey. Like, how can I figure this thing out? How can I figure it out? Man, once I started stumbling across volume, I said this thing was in my face the whole time.
Whole time. And
Uh,
I ended up closing it out at one point because I'm like, I don't need this, because you listen to all these gurus that talk about you only need two indicators and two setups. They only need it because they've been doing it for so long,
right.
because they look at volume in all of 10 seconds to know what's happening, but their focus is on those trend lines. They focus on those trend lines a little longer, but
That
you have to know what volume's actually doing in order to see where that trade is actually going. And
facts.
they tell you like, oh, you only need your fib retracement. Nah, you need to know a lot of things. Like, you need to know
Exactly.
your daily highs, your daily lows. And
Yes.
like, I had a friend break it down for me, and I showed him one of my trades, and I was consolidating. He goes, you're consolidating because you're in the weekly, high, and it's bouncing off the week. And I'm like,
Mm.
how would weekly high, man? I'm worried about 15 minutes. I'm opening right now. So
Yeah.
now I go back and I set my day, my high, and I set my weeklies, and I'll know like, oh, this is it's changing right here in the market. The volume slowing down or
Hmm.
it's picking up, but I'm in that weekly high or that daily low, and I'm like, watch it consolidate, and sure enough, it'll consolidate, and I'm like, I'm not gonna take the trade yet. It's
Mm.
not where I need to take it, because I'm gonna sit in consolidation, and then I'm gonna get knocked out because the market decides to automatically move. Because if it's consolidating, I don't know where it's going right now.
Facts.
So volume play, man, volume. It's you have to know a lot. It's not just
You're right. It's
in
not just
line.
volume, but
No, yeah, but volume is very. That's why it's the first thing on there, because you need to know what's happening in the market.
what does success in trading mean to you personally, or what does it look like for you?
It's like, I think right now for me, it's growing as a day trader and growing as a person. But in the long run, we all talk about being profitable,
All right.
and profitable means, to me, means at some point I want to be able to support my family and the economy that we live in right now.
Facts.
When with everything that's happening in the economy, with AI taking over, and these businesses are cutting jobs left and right, where does it leave me? What skill do I have to be able to sustain and it's almost like recession proof?
Facts.
How what skill teaches me to be recession proof, and it allows me to be home. It allows me to be home with my family.
Right.
So that's what success looks for me. It's not about having a penthouse suite. It's not about having a nice car. I want those things, but it's not about having those things. It's about being to elevate my life and have wealth in my life where I'm not stressing.
Freedom.
Yeah, freedom, man.
Freedom.
Freedom. Freedom to wake up and go, I'm gonna trade for 2 hours or 15 minutes and be done with my day and go on and do what I and hang out and do what I want to do. Go, if it's just having the freedom and the ability to know that I can control what's happening in my life.
Oh man.
Control, bro. Control,
Yes.
clarity, calmness. Like, that's what
We
I aim for.
facts, man. So before we end this, right, I want to do like a little fun part. Like I want you to give me what you think off the top of your head once I ask this question. All right.
All right.
A lot of the stuff you have answered through this interview beautifully and articulate. You for real. You did that. Like
Appreciate it.
but just something. I don't know. Sometimes it's like that impulsive move.
Yeah.
Sometimes impulsivity can be good and it can be bad.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Just
right.
being real with you, it can be because there's gonna be some times where you have to make that move.
Yeah.
Then there's sometimes where you make that move and it's off with your head.
Yep.
So with this game right here, I just want you to come straight off your head. It'll give people a good insight on exactly how your mind is ticking. All right.
All right. Let's go.
All right. So, what's your favorite market to trade and why?
Ooh, favorite market. So time session or like what I'm trading?
What you trading?
Give me USA CAD, US dollar against Canadian.
Oh, USD CAD.
Yep. Give it to me, man. It's smooth. It's been consistent over the last couple of days. It's been consistent, man. It's either going up or it's going down. It's not bouncing up and down right now. So I've been getting in trades and I'm like, yep, this is gold. I don't even touch the yen anymore. The US dollar against the yen, I don't touch it right now. If a man can control it with a tweet, I'm away from it. Like that, I'm done, man. It's a toxic relationship, so I'm doing the CAD right now.
Facts. Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Okay then.
I wake up and drink coffee, man. I drink coffee before I go to the gym. I function off of coffee.
Okay then. Charts or fundamentals?
Ooh, charts.
All right. One trading book or YouTube channel you would recommend to beginners? You know what? Nah, we ain't gonna answer that question. I
was gonna go with book. I was gonna give a book.
Okay. A book then. Let's do that. We're gonna do a book.
Oh man, there's a book right now I downloaded 2 days ago. It's like mental I'll send it to you. It's like fundamental or mental state of day trading. And this guy talks about how like who you are as a day trader. And as he's taught, it's an audio book. So as I'm listening to it, I'm like, yo, this man talking about me. Like, I feel like he put my picture in this book because he's talking about everything that we do as traders. And it doesn't make you feel bad. It makes you feel like, all right, there's other people in this world that do exactly what I do because we get greedy. We fear missing out. We overtrade. We revenge trade. And it's like, I want to hit people up and be like, hey, y'all ever did this before? Because I feel like I'm on an island by myself sometimes.
Yeah.
Because you get these people these gurus that's like, you shouldn't do that. And you shouldn't do this. And you shouldn't do that. And it's like, no, I want real people around me that's like, yo, I took 10 trades today and I revenge traded off of 6 of them. Being real, bro. Like, being real. Like, keep it real with me. Like, I lost all my money today, but I blew another eval account, but I got 3 more. Like, keep it real. Like, that's what I want to be around. I want to be around people who keep it real, man. So
keep it real.
That book is game changer.
Biggest red flag you see on social media trading content?
Everybody's a mentor and a guru.
Everybody's
got a package. Everybody's got, hey, just pay for this and you can jump in my Discord group for real quick and I'll teach you how to trade. And I'll say this, I don't think there's anything wrong with having a mentor, but I feel like if you're going to get a mentor, you should know the basics before you do it. Do not spend your money on having somebody teach you things that you can learn off of chat, you can learn off of YouTube, you can learn off of their own page. Go to their page and learn off of their page about the basic fundamentals of day trading. Now, when you're ready to day trade and you're like, all right, I've been paper trading. Now I need somebody to actually help me with this particular, asset that I'm trading. That's where I feel like you can get a mentor because that person is experienced in that. But you don't need a mentor to teach you the basic stuff about day trading. You're going to spend all this money on your first couple months about basics of day trading. That money could have been sitting in an account that you could put towards your actual account when you're ready to day trade.
Right. I can dig it.
I feel like that's the most toxic thing, man, is everybody's a guru. Not everybody, but a lot of people are gurus and mentors. And, I got sucked into that. Somebody was like, yeah, I thought they were a guru and found out they were paper trading the whole time. Yeah, whole time.
Hey, and stuff is so tricky and deadly out here, right?
Yeah.
These guys are going into the back end of the program and they making it look like they demo account is they real account.
Yeah.
It's like, hold on, who can you trust?
And they paying a mortgage with my money. Like, nah, man.
Yeah.
Nah, you're paying your bill. You look like a successful day trader because of all the people that are in your Discord group paying $200 a month. Like,
Yeah.
can you imagine 10 people at $300, 3 grand? That's 3 grand that you're making.
Come on, man.
Some people ain't making that on for their job for the most part, and you making this off of somebody off of just telling people the basics of how to day trade.
Yeah.
And it's funny because when I started day trading, I was using paper count and I was making, I think my biggest trade was like $1,500, and I had screenshot it and I put it on social media, and people were like,
Yeah.
yo, help me out, man, help me out, teach me how to day trade. And I'm like, yo, I could finesse the system right now and just tell people I know what I mean. I know I'm hitting the trades and it says I'm making money, but realistically I ain't getting nothing in my bank account.
Right.
But I could finesse people if I want to and have people pay me to teach them how to day trade. And I'm like, it's not a bad trade-off, but I'm not that type of person. So I'm like, I want to do this on my own. So yeah, man, that's what's toxic out here.
Facts. Man, I got so much in my head to say, but I ain't gonna take up too much more of the
Listen,
time.
man,
But
hey, you know me, we chat right now. So like if
real talk.
we chat. Like,
No
I'm
question.
cool, man.
No
I'm
question.
cool.
So my last question, right? And I think this is one of the most important ones. What do you do to unwind after a trading day?
I'll either walk, like if I'm day trading, I'll take a walk, I'll work out. I'm into fitness, so I definitely work out. Like even before I day trade, I work out, and then I'll work out after. Or I'm picking up a book and I'm reading a book. Music is my life. Like music is a love language for me. So if I'm having that either it's a good day or bad day, I'm putting music on, or like I said, I'm picking up a book or reading a book. My wife is my go-to. So if I'm having that day, I'm calling her and I'm talking to her. Like I said, good or bad, she's kind of my outlet.
Okay then. All right, all right. So this is where I since this is like the first episode as far as interviewing, right? This is where I want to let the people know I am that struggling day trader. So me sitting here getting advice from the other people, the questions I may ask, hopefully they will help somebody else. Cause I know one thing, I'm definitely soaking up game. So I appreciate you. I thank you, Ayce, for giving me a good hour of your time, man. I wish I could have been a whole lot more articulate, but like I said, this is my first interview right here. And
Yeah,
just
this
know
is
that.
real, bro. This
Oh,
is
no
real.
question.
It's real,
Nope.
man.
No, yeah.
That's like I said, I'm a people's person. I'm an all around person, and that's why it's like we're gonna keep it real. I'd rather be around real people, like real. We need more real people in this circle, in this community, because when you have real people, it allows you to be yourself and allows you to learn and grow, and that's what we need, man. That's what we need. It gives balance. So you build a community.
Facts.
And
Facts.
I appreciate what you're doing, because like this is my first time being offered to do something like this. So to be able to be in a space like this and help, if I can help somebody else out with anything, even if it was something they took and it was just a drop of it, as long as it's helping somebody out, that's the goal of being able to get better.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
Facts.
man.
Each one teach one, man.
Yeah, man. So I appreciate you creating this space. Like, and I'm excited to see where it grows. Like, I'm excited to see where it grows. And if anytime you need me to jump on again and again, bro, I'm always here.
Facts. I appreciate that. Do me one last favor before we get off. Man, let the people know where they can reach you at.
So you guys can reach me at I'm on Instagram at just kid. Well, it's just underscore kid, and that's KIDD. And then I'm on TikTok. It's Vickers Family Protection. So you can find me on there. And then that's pretty much the two platforms that I do use.
All right, all right. Once again, I want to thank you. And man, I'm not gonna say most importantly, but I definitely want to thank you all for tuning in, checking out the interview. You're hearing real stuff from real traders, struggling or they making it. Just keep in mind, I ain't never say I was no guru. So please, man, stay tuned. Like, subscribe, comment, share, whatever it takes to really spread the word that there are real people out here trading. There are real people out here doing this, like not trying to get your money and sell you something that they barely have down themselves. You know, but I'm gonna leave it at this, man. This is the very first episode of. I'm thinking about calling this TST, the struggling trader.
I love
You
it.
know,
I love it.
that's what I'm thinking about
I love
calling it,
it.
man. Cause I am the struggling trader.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
keeping it all real. That's me. You know, but being
Me
able to
too.
bring people onto this platform and get a piece of their mind, it's important, man. It really is. So it's basically free mentorship, honestly. But look, I ain't gonna talk y'all ears off. All I can say is stay profitable. Peace.